Hi guys, welcome to the realm of astrology. This is your daily horoscope for 9th September 2021, which is a Thursday. But before we begin, I would request you to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you can be notified every time I post a video. And I also do weekly video horoscopes and monthly sun rising sign video horoscopes that you can watch on my YouTube channel. So let's talk about what's happening in the astrology today. And the first important thing happens at about 2 p.m. Pacific time, which makes it about 2 a.m. Indian Standard Time. If you are on the eastern part of the world, the Indian time will resonate more with you. Alternatively, you can always convert the Pacific time to your time zone to know when the energy is going to be at its peak for you. And what's happening here is that the moon in the sign of Libra is squaring Pluto, and moments after that it is going to trine Jupiter. So it's making a 90-degree angle with Pluto and a 120-degree angle with Jupiter, right? So let's break this energy down. The moon is our emotions, it's in our heart and soul. And Pluto is the planet of catharsis and endings and beginnings and healing and regeneration and transformation. So at this point here, we are asked to transform our emotions. Either we end an emotional way of being or begin a new one, or there is some emotional catharsis we go through. And Pluto in a square does not always feel easy, so this might feel stressful. And even if we are healing, even if we are going through a catharsis, that process in itself can feel challenging because Pluto is like that, right? Pluto says, you have to do it. It does not give options. So this is a transformation that we have to make. This is a healing that we have to go through, a catharsis or an ending or a beginning. And it is connected to our emotions, and it is also connected to the relationships in our life, because Libra is the sign of relationships. Now, that being said, moments after we make this transformation, the moon's going to trine Jupiter. And Jupiter is the planet of blessings and rewards and healing and lessons and knowledge and wisdom. So what that tells me is that after we make this emotional transformation that can be connected to relationships, we will receive some sort of blessing, gift, wisdom, knowledge, because then the moon moves on and trines Jupiter. So this moment here is a mixed energy. The transformation may feel challenging, it may feel difficult, but there are rewards, there are lessons, there is wisdom in store for us after the transformation. And moving on, the next important thing happens at about 10 p.m. Pacific time, which makes it 10 a.m. Indian Standard Time, Friday morning. And what's happening here is that the moon has conjuncted Venus. Now the moon is our emotions, and Venus is a benefic, right? It gives gifts and blessings. Venus is also our projects, our relationships, our finances, our self-worth, our values. So at this moment here, we can feel very good emotionally about relationships, right? Because Venus rules the sign of Libra, the moon is in Libra. Libra is about relationships, and this could be a feel-good energy connected to our relationships, projects, self-worth, values, and skills. So I think that's what this energy is. We feel positive, we feel good about these things. And soon after conjuncting Venus, the moon's going to move on, and it is going to enter the sign of Scorpio. Now this is almost midnight Pacific time, which makes it noon, almost Friday afternoon Indian time. And what's happening here is that the moon has changed signs. From Libra, it has entered the sign of Scorpio. Now Libra and Scorpio are very different energies, and the moon will be in the sign of Scorpio for 2.5 days, as it was in Libra, right? And in Libra, the focus is finding balance. The focus is our relationships. But in Scorpio, the focus changes. The focus becomes about finding the truth, digging deep, catharsis, healing, ending, beginning, regeneration. Scorpio is a Pluto-ruled sign. So think of Pluto. Pluto is a very intense energy. It's a very intense energy. So the moon in Scorpio can feel very intense, and the moon does not like to be in Scorpio because the moon would rather feel good, right? It would rather go with the flow. Oftentimes, finding out the truth, digging deep into what lies beneath is not an easy process, and that's what Scorpio is. So when the moon is in Scorpio, we will be digging deep into our emotions, finding the truth, and that process doesn't feel easy. So that's what we are going to be focused on for the next 2.5 days. But just because it's not easy does not mean negative, right? We will find the truth. We may even heal from it because Pluto is regeneration. It is also healing and catharsis. So the moon in Scorpio, after finding the truth, after digging deep into our emotions, after finding the root cause for certain things, can help us heal. So that's the positive of Scorpio. After we find the truth, we can make peace, we can heal, we can transform. And that's what the moon in Scorpio is all about. And that's pretty much it for today. I do want to mention a couple of things. The first is that Venus here is getting ready to change signs from Libra. It's going to enter the sign of Scorpio. Now Venus rules the sign of Libra. It loves to be there. It does not really like to be in Scorpio too much, but we'll talk about this shift tomorrow because it's going to happen tomorrow. And another thing we are building up to that might feel confusing because Neptune is involved. Neptune, the sun is getting ready to oppose Neptune. So we are going to see that in the next few days. And now I will very briefly give you the big picture of 2021. Now, these are themes and energies we deal with on a daily basis, okay? And the first of those themes is the Saturn-Uranus square of 2021. 90-degree angle. These planets are squaring after 21 years. So if we are feeling this energy after a long time, and this energy is basically asking us to change. It's asking us to embrace the new, get rid of the old, and embrace our unique, authentic self. And since these planets are squaring, this process might feel a little challenging, but we will feel this in all of 2021 and even 2022. That being said, I do want to mention that this energy is not at its peak intensity at the moment. That's because Saturn's at 7 degrees, Uranus is at 14 degrees. There's almost a 7-degree orb, so it's not very intense right now. It was intense in the month of June and will be very intense in the month of December. So that's the first thing about 2021. The second thing about 2021 is that it is a year that we will lay the foundation for 2 astrological cycles that started in 2020. The first is the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction cycle. Now, whenever these 2 planets meet up, they start a 20-year cycle, which is what happened in December of 2020. Until 2023, we are going to lay the foundation for the next 20 years. And another thing that we are understanding and building is the Saturn-Pluto conjunction cycle that started in Jan of 2020. And this cycle will be with us till 2053. So a long time, and we are building that as well. So 2021 is all about change. It's all about embracing the new, embracing your unique, authentic self, and building the foundation for 2 long-term cycles. And now I will pick a card for today, and then we will close out the reading. Okay. Too many cards flipped over. Let's go with this again. There are 4 cards here, so I'm going to go with all 4 today. Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Okay, that's 1. 2. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Service. I feel good when I can help others. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. So let's start with this regret. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I know that I cannot change the past. And I think we must always remember that and not let regret get in the way of our future. Because oftentimes we live in the past and we say, okay, I should have done that, I could have done that, and that can stop us from moving forward. So let go of the regret, because we cannot change the past. That's the first card. Okay, let me keep this here. Service. We've got this twice before, I believe. I feel good when I can help others. I think oftentimes when we put ourselves out there and when we can help another soul, it automatically lifts us. And this is what the reminder is for today. Perseverance. I think this card should always be there for 2021. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to, because 2021 has tested us and it has required us to persevere, and we must continue to do so. And I think this is another card that we should keep in mind: pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. And this is not the negative manifestation of pride, right? We always think of pride as a negative word, but that's not what this card is about. This card is about self-love. It's about self-love, and when we can love ourselves, we can love others. And we must remember that as well. So a lot of cards today, a lot of lessons, probably the moon trining Jupiter is bringing us a lot of emotional lessons. Anyway, I will see you all tomorrow now for the daily horoscope. Have a great day. Bye.